There's something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while, and it's something I'm not comfortable talking about. This is something I've only told close friends, and I've kept it a secret for years from everybody else. For the first several years of my life, I did not know what pasta was.
I thought that if something had sauce on it, that made it pasta.
You put the chicken nuggies in the sauce? It's pasta. DiGiorno? It's not delivery, it's pasta. I'm 23, and I found out just last year. And I've been trying to learn how to cook for about 3 years. And let me tell you, ooh, I got it now. You ever heard of SMART goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based? It's wrong. Why? Because it doesn't actually motivate you to go and do that activity. It asks you to write down a mediocre goal in way too long of a time frame just for it to go into the business folder on your computer and for you to stumble across it 6 months later and say, that's right, I wanted to accomplish something and I forgot about it. But you're not going to forget this time. I'm going to teach you how to actually set goals and how to be motivated to achieve them. So grab a pen and paper. You need to write this down. Number 1, assessment. We're going to be looking at 2 things here. First, your challenge. What do you want to accomplish? You want to be a chef like me? You want to teach students? You want to get out of Detroit? Physically write down what you want to pull off and then honestly assess yourself. Make a T-chart and in one column, write what skills you are lacking, preventing you from achieving this goal. And for each negative you come up with, in the other column, write a skill that you already have that will substitute where you're lacking. For example, if you're someone who's easily distracted, put that in the negative column. If you are somebody who is good at studying, put that in the positive column. Doing this process allows you to gain the self-confidence that you can achieve this goal. Once you're finished with this chart, set a date for when you want to get your goal done by. Calculate the number of days from today until then, and then divide it by 3. There you go. There's the actual number of days you have to complete it. We're playing on Legendary. In order for a goal to be worth achieving, you need to set such a ridiculous result with such a high reward that people question your sanity. That's when the godlike neurons start to fire in your brain, and then you start to think of holy ways to get your goals done in this shortened amount of time. Number 2, move. Don't wait to have the perfect plan. Just start. Again, you want to learn how to cook? Go to Walmart. Buy some great value mac and cheese. It tastes the exact same as name brand. Come back home and get to chefing. They've got directions on the back, so just follow along. Come up with the simplest task you can that will actually progress your skills in whatever you're trying to accomplish. And for clarification, doing something like printing off a recipe doesn't count. If you already know how to print from a computer, that does nothing to provide an actual learning experience for something like cooking. So do the simplest task that involves the minimal mental resistance to build up the skill. If you have a goal of making more friends, go on daily walks and maintain eye contact with people. If they look at you, give a smile or say hello. If you have the goal of being a cleaner person, make up your bed. These simple stepping stones help to build momentum and increase your discipline in the skill. Also in this step is to move away from the bad environment you've been in. I'm not talking about Detroit. I'm talking about shedding the bad habits you do. Decreasing the amount of time you dedicate towards video games, TV, Netflix, whatever. Those activities aren't changing your life. They're making it worse. You're watching this video because you want change and you want more out of the life. So why would you continue to do the activities that stunt your growth? And I know, these activities, they are fun. They're incredibly enjoyable. I don't blame you at all for feeling like these activities aren't that bad. And if I were in your position, I'd feel the exact same way. And I have been in your position, and I got over it by number 3, write your obituary. I wrote my obituary in 2017 because a college professor had asked my class to do this as a motivation exercise. I have no idea where she got the idea from, but it stayed with me for years. Whenever I reassess my goals, I write down my own obituary, and I revisit it constantly because death, it's one hell of a motivator. For this step, I'd recommend for that whatever paper you have it on, you place it in an area that you will see every day. So place it up against the wall that your desk is up against and read it every day. But if you still live at home, maybe don't put it up on your wall. We're not trying to give our parents heart attacks. But ask yourself how you want to be remembered and what you want to be remembered for. Write this from the third person and revisit it constantly to remind yourself that we have an expiration date and that even though we don't know when it is, We have to make use of the time that we have available. So what are you waiting for? Go make some pasta. Because we're all gonna make it.